So, now I'm in the same spot I was the other day. I need a book to read. I'm still getting over my stuff. So, anyways, welcome to the Daily Read Book Series. I'm Christina Kairos, TINA. And this is the third book and the final book in the Pearls series of Miss Brooke. Oh, LOSEE, should I say. LOSEE. It's been driving me crazy. But this is the third book and this is the final book. And I think it was sort of kind of my favorite book because it was let's say 75% in the Regency time period. But the title kind of gave it away. Courting a modern lady. So we knew stuff coming into this. So the first thing these books need, in my opinion, the books need to be read in order. That's for sure. Because you have to understand the characters. So book 1 sets you up with Luke and Maggie. And you meet the characters from book 2 and 3 in book 1. And then you have book 2 with Nicholas and Catherine. And Nicholas drove me absolutely bonkers. Seriously bonkers. Like the tourist book the other day. Whatever the fourth one was that I stopped, decided I've had it. Who is it? Craig and Jill. I was like, look, Greg, you either choose Jill or Jill, you know what? Just dump the guy. Because I was over it by that point. The defense writing that Craig was so anyways, here we are. And Nicholas from book 2 was, because of his situation, because he was like this, and he was firmly bent on this particular thing, because of situation with his mom in the past, it was irritatingly frustrating, and Nicholas, you just wanted to scream at him. So now we have Edwin and Diana in book 3, and Diana is from the future, and Edwin is in the 1815. And Edwin is Luke's brother. We met him in the book 1. And he is Luke set him up as heir. So now that he's a duke, he has to provide an heir. He's got a daughter, but it's got to be a male heir. This is the time period. And Diana goes to Oklahoma for Luke and Maggie's wedding. And the bad guys from book 1 and book 2 are in book 3. So they recur. So you're familiar with these people when they show up. And I guess it's kind of good that she doesn't recap stuff about the characters. You just need to know who they are. And if you binge read them, that's even better. The best way to do these books is to binge, so you know who everybody is, and you don't have to reintroduce yourself to all these different people. And so Diana starts the book. She's going to Oklahoma for the wedding, and she's Maggie and Luke's wedding. And Mr. Weston, Maggie's dad's there. And Mr. Weston has got some secrets. And so she goes to the thing, and Juliana shows up, Edwin's daughter. We met her in the first book, and she wanted to see Maggie. She knew how the pearls worked, so she wants to see Maggie, and so Juliana ends up finding Diana ends up finding Juliana and Diana, and the bad guys come after the wedding, and Diana is with Juliana, and they use the pearls to go back. So Diana, and miraculously, her suitcase goes with her too, which is full of candy bars. Yay! But, there's quite a few things that Diana complains about that I 100% agree. There are some things about the Regency period that are, okay? But No air conditioning. No Tylenol. No ladies' products, if you get my drift here. Changing of clothes for every meal. No jeans. You get me some Levi's, okay? You get me some Levi's. No dresses here. Changing for dinner for every meal. That's what they did. I guess they were bored. But no computers. She has her cell phone with her. And I'm thinking, they finally, it was a little spoiler alert, they figure out a way to communicate with the future. And I'm sitting there going, have her send you a battery. Have her send you a battery charger. I've got one. You can buy them off Amazon. It's a square little, I call it the brick. It's a brick. You put your phone into it, it'll charge your phone. So she may not be able to do the internet stuff, but she can still play her music from her phone. And I think that Maggie should send her one. But then in the end, they have this thing where they need to dispose of all her future items. So they all sit there and binge on her M&Ms and her Snickers and all her candy bars and all that kind of stuff. And she's actually considering getting rid of her female stuff. And I'm like, no, you keep that stuff. That's the one thing you should keep. And I still think she needs the battery charger. At least she can play her music. So I disagree with those 2 points. But I would not. I need my air conditioning. I need my drugs. I need my Tylenol. I need my other meds. And, your Bengay, your aspirin, your ibuprofen, your Tylenol, your Mucinex, your Nyzol, your allergy pills. You need them all. So that would be a little thing. But anyways, so Diana and Juliana go back, and Juliana and Diana form a bond, and they become almost a mother-daughter situation. And Nicholas shows up, and he's like, "Oh, hi, I know her." And he fills her in all. He married Catherine, and she's all excited to see him again, and they catch up, and blah blah blah. And we still have the bad guys, who apparently there's a pearl missing. And the bad guy is looking for the pearls. And then we get a revelation from Mrs. Beale. And then we get a revelation from Weston. Because he arrives, he's decided to stay and hang out with Miss Beale now that Maggie's situated with Luke. I still think we should not have done what we did to the pearls. This could have been an open-ended series. She calls it quits after 3 books, although there apparently, and I haven't really looked too closely, but apparently there are a couple of offshoots that she has out there, but I haven't looked at those yet. I'm a series person. I could see this dragging out back and forth for decades. But anyways, I think this, like I said, I'm a Regency person. I like Regencies. I keep seeing all these. I've been seeing all these books on Facebook, and time travel with dragons, time travel with this, paranormal this, and then I didn't want any of that stuff. I just wanted time travel from here to there, like my Julie McQuinn's. I'm not saying them right. The Ripple in Time series. Go check those out. I did 6 or 7 videos for those. I'm still not sure what happened with the author. Her last posting on Facebook was over a year ago. I know she hit a writer's block or some sort. I really don't know. So I don't know if something happened to her personally, or I haven't heard anything. So I know nothing. I keep waiting. I kept thinking the book was going to come out soon, and it hasn't. So I have no idea what's going on there. I wish I did. I really liked that series. I really, really got into it. And this was cute. This was a good, short, quick read. But, so there's your kind of story there. Your, Diana, takes Juliana, and they go back in the past to Juliana's father. And everybody's playing matchmaker with Edwin with her. And Edwin's got the blinders on, like Nicholas did. Not as bad as Nicholas, but bad. Not as bad as Nicholas, because Nicholas I was just like, I was so pissed off at Nicholas at the end of the thing. But Edwin, once he was like, yo, idiot, wake up and smell the coffee here. When the situation was pointed out to him, he's like, oh, I get it now. You're right. Because he says some stuff to Diana and he blows it. I mean, huge, major, big time blows it. So everybody else is sold on the potential marriage between Diana and Edwin. Except Edwin. Because he's here. And he just doesn't see it. And he says some things to Diana. And she's like, alright, goodbye. I'm out of here. And then when he sat down and someone talks to him and goes, hey, you wake up and smell the coffee. Think and explains things to him. He's like, oh, good God, what have I done? I've ruined my chances, blah, blah, blah. And then the bad guy comes. And then, of course, it's the heart palpitations. Oh, my God, what would have happened if something had happened to her? I never would have forgiven myself, blah, 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 blah. Well, you dumb nuskel. What did you say those things in the first place for? So anyways, so there's your story. And that's the final one, and I'm kind of sad to see them go. But, so, Luke and Maggie have gotten married from book 1. Mr. Weston has made his residence permanent in 1815. Juliana goes to see Maggie. She wants to check up on her. She goes to the wedding. After the wedding, Diana and Juliana, chased by the bad guys, they use the pearls to go back to 1815 to see her dad. Mrs. Beale's got some confessions. Weston's got some confessions. Catherine engages Diana in the best way possible. They're going to build a school. They're going to build the skills in town, and that will employ the townspeople, blah, blah, blah. That's most excellent. And then, of course, Edwin's got to wake up and smell the coffee. Get the, you just want to whack. You just want to look. Edwin, what did you say that stuff for? Why? You turkey, you blew it. You broke the poor girl's heart, you dumb nuskel. But he finally wakes up and sees the coffee. But it was just... These were fun. They were very light books. They were very easy reads. And they were enjoyable. Now I gotta find something else to read. So I hope you have a good day. Have a good one.